Hi everyone, very good morning. Hope my voice is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So today we're going to discuss about short relays, and then we'll move on to the smoke testing. So what do you mean by short relays? When we are working in any of the project, there will be a deadlines. There will be a release date. Let's say we are working in a sprint. We are working in a sprint, and we say the customer every 15 days we will be having a release. I'll just put it here. Let's say a sprint one, or sprint two, sprint three, sprint four, sprint five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like this, we would have planned. Okay, sprint. Okay, I'll say sprint one, sprint two. Like this, still sprint n. I'll say n number. So we have planned and dedicatedly we are releasing it. But there are some features which customer wanted urgently. He don't want to wait for, let's say, sprint number 30. He don't want to wait till sprint number 30. So there are some features which we are covering in sprint 30. But now he want these features to be released on an urgent, on an emergency basis. We have planned our work and we are going in a systematic way. Even we told the customer also, but after 3 4 sprint, customer will come back. So there are some features which are very important for my business and I wanted on a emergency or immediate basis. I cannot wait till sprint 30. It will go maybe after 2 years I'm going to get, but I wanted in this year only. So that time between the major releases whenever customer can see, these are all the major release: sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 4, sprint 5. We'll be doing every 15 days we'll be doing a releases. So in between these releases, customer come up with urgent requirement. Client requires a small bunch of features very urgently. That time, okay, fine, we will tell the customer, okay, so now as of now I have 40 developers and say 15 QAs I have. In this, some 5 developers, 1 or 2 QA, like say 2 QAs, they'll come together and they'll work for the features which you are requested, and we will release in between of any of the major release. Like we will not be releasing exactly on this release, but in between we'll try to release anywhere between any of the release as a separate requirement changes or requirement uh, updates, like that we are going to release it. So now if anybody asks, what do you mean by a short release or an interim release? So between the two major releases, there is a short release of enhancement will happen. So this will come up when a client requires a small bunch of features very urgently. When a client requires a small bunch of features very urgently, in that a small team of development QA team, they'll come out and they'll work for customer requirements, and then they're ready to release. Customer also does one round of acceptance testing before adding it to the production environment. So this is called interim release. It may take 1 month to 2 months. Between that time, we are going to release it on an emergency basis. This is called interim release or short release. Please take down heading. Short release or interim release. Short release or interim release. INTERIM. Interim release. Between the two major releases, between the two major releases, between the two major releases, there is a short release. There is a short release of enhancement between the two major releases. There is a short release of enhancement. There is a short release of enhancement will happen. Put a comma. This will come up. This will come up. This will come up. When a customer requires, this will come up when customer requires this will come up when customer requires a small bunch of features. When customer requires a small bunch of features very urgently, the customer requires a small bunch of features very urgently. Full stop. In this case, few developers and QA team, in this case, few number of developers and QA team, in this case, few number of developers and QA team few number of developers and QA team few number of developers and QA team. They'll work for a customer request. 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 They'll develop the software and test the software. They will develop the software, test the software. They will develop the software, test the software. and deliver the software to the customer. And deliver the software to the customer. Deliver the software to the customer. Full stop. Customer also does. Customer also does one round of acceptance testing. 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 Before adding the before adding the before adding the release to the production. Before adding the release to the production. Before adding the release to the production. Okay, that's it about that short release. Next, very, very important topic, smoke testing. What is this? What is smoke testing? Why we should do smoke testing? So look at here. So whenever development team develop the software, so what they do the coding, means then after that they do the white box testing. And then, okay, they'll give it to the QA team. So QA team, they'll start doing the testing. And then customer also does one round of acceptance testing. And then we're going to deploy to the production environment. Let's say coding. And this is white box testing. And then we do functional testing, integration testing, system testing, regression testing. Okay, so this is a dev environment. UAT environment. And this is prod environment. Okay. So once a developer, like we're all working in a sprint. Okay, in one sprint, how many days will be there?
2 to 4 weeks.
2 to 4 weeks,
4 weeks.
exactly. 4 weeks old zamana. Now the trend is only 2 weeks. How many days will be there? In one sprint, how many days will be there? How many working days?
10 days.
10 working days. Perfect. So developer does the coding, and once coding is done, he will do white box testing. Means he will check whether the software is working as expected, all the functionalities are working fine on a high level from the coding point of view. And then he will send this software to the QA team. Now we are all working in an agile methodology. Let's say we are working for 15 days sprint. 15 days sprint. Means actually 10 working days will be there. Saturday, Sunday, remove it. Say developer will take out of this 4 days or 5 days he will take time. Let's say remaining 5 days is for QA. Now QA team, okay, first day they'll test one feature, they'll not get, okay, let's say we are all testing the, say, login page and cart page. So now look at here, I'll open home page, sorry, this one, say Mama Earth, I'll take this website. So you are testing this, first you need to test the home page and then you need to test the login page. Let's say you are working on the project, you started testing it. Okay, so they told, hey, we have implemented a home page as well as your login page, start doing the testing. So you'll spend one day for in a home page slowly. Okay, second day also you'll spend, third day also you'll spend, fourth day you'll start testing login, you'll click on login, you'll enter the mobile number, valid mobile number, click on like login with the OTP, you don't receive the OTP. So you are finding a bug. Okay, developer already taken 5 days time, you have 5 days, in that one day you wasted on the home page, second day also you wasted, third day also wasted, fourth day also you wasted. Let's say on the last day you started testing login page, you got a bug. Hey, OTP we are not receiving. You'll say, hey, developer, there is a bug. We are not receiving a OTP. You tell me, you could have done this job in the first day itself. Means high level, basic check you could have done by clicking on all the links, whatever is there, and whether this link is working or not. You could have done a high level testing on the first day itself instead of waiting for 5 days. You have wasted entire 4 days here. On fifth day, you're trying to test it. You found a bug. You're throwing back to developer. Now we are in the end of the sprint. Developer is occupied with some other work. So that time you will log the bug, but it will be carry forward to the next sprint. So you are unnecessary wasting a time. Yes or no? Agreeing with me? You could have tested on the first day itself, a high level. This is the problem. Everybody are doing it. For this reason, smoke testing came into the picture. Smoke testing came into the picture in order to avoid these problems. So we started doing a smoke testing. Where we do smoke testing? So whenever, okay, first let us understand what do you mean by smoke testing. Smoke testing, it is also called as build verification testing. Build verification testing. So even developer also does one round of quick smoke testing before he send it to the QA team. He does one round of quick smoke testing before he send it to the QA team to make sure things are working fine, and then it will be given to the QA team. Even QA team, as soon as we receive the software, we do the quick smoke testing to ensure it is working as expected, and then we continue the further testing. Even when we release the software to the customer, even customer also does one round of quick smoke testing, whether like this buggers really developed properly or not. Okay, then once smoke testing is passed, then he'll continue further testing. Even after releasing the software to the production environment, we will also do one round of quick smoke testing to ensure like software is released properly without any issues and it is working as expected. Now, what do you mean by smoke testing? Smoke testing is nothing but testing the basic functionalities. Means I am not going to test in detail. High level testing, basic functionality, which are very critical from the business point of view. Example, as soon as I get a build, okay, so now we have already implemented a home page on all the features, login, cart. So I do end-to-end testing and I'll see each and every feature on a high level, whether working or not. Smoke testing is getting passed or not. Because as soon as you get a build, you should do smoke testing to ensure I can continue further testing. You should not say that after 4 days spending on the build, fourth day, hey, this is a blocker bug. I am not able to click on this login. It is not working. You could have done it on the first day itself. You could have thrown it back that build. Hey, take this build. It is not working. Login feature is not working. It is not testable. Please fix it. So testing the basic or critical features of an application before doing a thorough testing or rigorous testing is called smoke testing. It is also called as a build verification testing, because as soon as you get a build, developer, he would have made some changes to the new features or old features. It would have broken the old features. So we are not sure which feature is working, which feature is not working. So we do smoke testing just to ensure that the changes would have not broken the major like major features, which would have affected the original software. So in order to avoid that, we do smoke testing. And smoke testing is nothing but it's not a negative, it's a positive testing. We want to check the basic functionality it is working or not by entering the valid data. We don't enter invalid data. We check with valid data. Okay, I hope you got a clarity now. Arthaita?
Yes, sir.
Now take down heading smoke testing. Smoke testing. Take down this diagram. Let me know once it is completed.
So completed.
Completed. Right up. Smoke testing is also called as build verification testing. It is also called as build verification testing. Here, we are going to test the basic or critical features of an application. Here, we are going to test the basic or critical features here we are going to test the basic or critical features of an application. We're going to test the basic or critical features of an application before doing a thorough testing or rigorous testing. Before doing the thorough testing or rigorous testing is called smoke testing.
So thorough testing after that.
Rigorous, rigorous. Rigorous means continuous.
Okay.
Before doing a thorough testing, THOROUGS, thorough testing or rigorous testing is called smoke testing. Stop. Next line. We do build verification testing because we do build verification testing because whether the build is broken or not. We do build verification testing because to check. We do build verification testing because to check. Because to check. We do build verification testing because to check whether build is broken or not. To check whether build is broken or not. Chances are there. Chances are there. Chances are there. Whenever developers send the new build, chances are there. Whenever developers send the new build, he would have done some changes. He would have done some changes. Whenever developers send the new build, he would have done some changes. He would have done some changes. And those changes, and those changes, and those changes those changes would have broken the major features of an application, and those changes would have broken the WOULD, would have broken the major features of an application. And those changes would have broken the major features of an application. Full stop. Can anyone read the notes once again? What is smoke testing? Quick. Boys. ಹುಡುಗಿರ್ ಬೇಡ ನೋಡೋಣ ಯಾರು ಓದ್ತಾರ. Apart from Lohit. Apart from Lohit. I want to see others to participate.
Sir,
Go ahead, Paul.
smoke testing is also called as build verification testing. Here we are going to test the basic and critical features of an application before doing the thorough testing or rigorous testing is called smoke testing. We do build verification testing because to check whether
Build is broken.
to check whether build is broken or not. Chances are there whenever developer send the new build, he would have done some changes, and those changes would have broken the major features of an application.
Okay. Full stop. While doing the smoke testing, continuation. While doing the smoke testing, we always do positive testing. While doing smoke testing, we always do positive testing. Okay, so that's about smoke testing. You got to know where we do smoke testing. Okay. Now you tell me in which are all the area you want to do smoke testing? Where we do smoke testing?
In coding, after that.
Which are all the areas? Which are all the environments?
Like
dev environment,
wait environment, production environment.
QA environment, and
will you be
UAT.
doing in dev environment smoke testing?
No, sir, we'll do it white box testing then.
No. Who will do the smoke testing in the dev environment?
Developer.
Developer only, he will do it.
Developer only, yeah.
He will check one round and he will send the build to you. So now as soon as you receive the build, what you will do? I will do functional testing.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Before functional testing, again we'll do smoke testing. After that, we'll go to functional testing.
Brain ತಗೊಂಡು ಐನ್ಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ ಈ brain. So as soon as you get a build, you want to do regular testing or you want to do smoke testing first?
Smoke testing first.
Functional ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. As soon as you get a build, what kind of testing you do?
Smoke
testing.
Smoke testing.
After smoke testing pass, then only you continue doing
Functional testing.
First. I will do functional and then I'll do smoke testing. You're pakka fake. Okay, you're a genuine faker.
Genuine.
Genuine candidate. If anybody asks, you should tell yes, I'm a genuine test engineer. Okay, fine. So as soon as you get a build, what kind of testing you do?
Smoke testing, sir.
Why you should do smoke testing? Tell me now. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ ಮುಂದೆನೇ ಇದೆ. Read it. Why you are doing build verification? That answer.
To touch the basic feature
Because
of
we are going to test the basic and critical features of an application.
That's why you are doing that. ಅದು ಆ ಲೈನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನು
to
ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
check
ನೋಡಿ
whether build is broken or
check
not.
whether build is broken or not.
ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅದನ್ನ. ಬ್ರೋಕನ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಬ್ರೋಕನ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್.
Chances are there whenever developers send new build, we would have done some changes, and those
He would have
changes
done some changes. Yes, he would have done some changes. So those changes would have impacted the major features of an application. The answer, that is what they're expecting. Yeah, I'll do basic and critical features of testing. Fresher also answers the same way, but you're all going as an experienced candidate. So extra flavor. If you add, you'll have a more weightage for your answer. Okay. Now let's come back here. So developer does the smoke testing. He will only take care just to ensure, but nobody he will mention I'm doing smoke testing, but he will do just one round of testing before he send a build to QA team. But whenever QA team receives the build, we always do smoke testing, and then we continue further testing if the smoke testing pass. And once everything is done, when we release the software to the UAT environment, customer also does one round of smoke testing. Means he will check end-to-end business scenario. You don't sit and just login page is working, I'll enter 4 number, 5 number, wrong email ID. He will not check. First he'll check end-to-end business flow. Customers will never do like functional integration and all. They always check end-to-end business flow, business scenario, whether it's working or not. First they do smoke testing high level, and then go with the in detail testing, and then they'll give approval. Then it will be deployed to the QA in prod environment. In prod, we will only do one round of quick smoke testing just to ensure, because after release it's our responsibility. We want to ensure that it's working fine. It doesn't mean that QA testing is done, my job is over. You are responsible for entire release. Once we release, it's our responsibility to go back and check. Okay, just now we released. Okay, wait for 2 minutes or 1 minute. Go back and open the application in the live environment. See whether all the UIs are looking fine, look and feel is fine, all the features are working fine. Basic functionality you have to click and check. You just have to verify, because chances are there when we release, some of the features it would have broken. We don't know. That's the reason we just do one round of quick smoke testing in the prod just to ensure the releases happen properly. Got it, all of you? So now where we do smoke testing? QA team. In which all the environment QA team does the smoke testing? Answer.
So in quality assurance environment.
QA team. Next. QA environment. That is one environment. Next, where we do? Common sense answer. Nim mundene ide. In which all the
Customer will do, sir.
in
UAT environment.
Listen, my question. Don't answer blindly. In which environment QA team does the smoke testing?
So only in QA environment.
QA
sir.
environment. sir.
Yes, perfect. ಅದೊಂದೇ ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ? ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ ತಾತ ಬಂದ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನ, ನೀವು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ, ನಿಮ್ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಬಂದ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ? Once we release the software to the production environment, who will do the quick smoke testing? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who will do quick smoke testing in the prod after release? ನೀವೇ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅದನ್ನ, whether it is working properly or not, installed properly or not. Now answer. In which environment QA team does the smoke testing? Again, I'm asking same question.
Production environment. Sir.
See, QA environment bitte ಬಿಡ್ರಿ.
So QA environment and production environment.
So answer is both QA environment and production environment. They'll ask question, are you sure? Do you want to do it in the production environment? Yes. You have to justify that answer. How? First, I'll do QA test. In QA environment, by default, we do smoke testing to ensure it is working fine before I continue further testing. Once we release the software in the production environment, it's our responsibility to ensure the releases happen properly. So no issues are there. Just wanted to ensure we do quick smoke testing. So QA team does a smoke testing in which are all the environment. I want everyone to open your mouth and speak.
UA environment and
QA
production
environment and product environment.
QA and product.
Who will do the smoke testing in UAT environment?
Customers will do.
Customer.
The user or the customer?
Customer, end user or customer, they do the smoke testing in the UAT environment. Okay. I hope ಇದನ್ನು ಒತ್ತಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ. ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ they'll ask you. If you don't answer, then you will never crack interview. Okay, mark my words. These are all very important. Next, important points to remember are where we do smoke testing. Where we do smoke testing. We discussed, but I'll give the same points now. So whenever QA team, like when we do smoke testing, whenever QA team gets a build, we do quick smoke testing. And while doing smoke testing, we always test with a positive data. We don't check for invalid data. We check basic or critical features of an application. Okay, even whenever we send a build to the customer in the UAT environment, customer also does one round of quick smoke testing before he go for thorough testing. And once we release the software to the production environment, we do quick smoke testing to ensure the product is installed properly. So this is about when we do smoke testing. Why we do smoke testing, if anybody asks? Just to ensure build is testable here. Build is testable, it is not broken. So I do smoke testing. I do smoke testing in the beginning itself to catch more number of bugs. Instead of waiting for a longer period of time, I do smoke testing in the beginning itself to catch the bugs in the basic features so that I can send it to the development team, and development team will have a sufficient time to fix those bugs. Instead of sending in the last day, if you send it on the first day, they'll have sufficient time to fix it. Another 4 days will be there. They'll fix it. Just to ensure the product is installed properly in all the environments, I do quick smoke testing. This also you can answer. Take down. When we do smoke testing, when we do smoke testing, or important points to remember about smoke testing. When we do smoke testing, or important points to remember when we do smoke testing, or important points to remember about smoke testing. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಸ್ಮೋಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳೋದು?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದವರು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
ಓಕೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ನೋ, ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಅರ್ಲಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್. ರೈಟ್? Rakesh, Shrikant, if they speak, no, they'll get a job first. So that's the reason, no, we don't want job first. That's why we don't speak. Avudalva? So when we ask something, try to participate. See, for me, I can teach manual testing in a week also. Why I'm spending this much of time to prepare you and give the notes to land you in the job? If you go to learn somewhere, nobody will go in depth, and they'll make you to understand the concepts. Right on. Point number 1. Whenever a testing team gets the build, point number 1, when we do smoke testing, or important points to remember for that, under that point number 1, whenever testing team gets the build for testing, whenever testing team gets the build for testing, they always do smoke testing. They always do smoke testing.
So can you repeat?
Yes, whenever testing team gets the build, for testing. Whenever testing team gets the build for testing, they always do they always do they always do smoke testing they always do smoke testing to ensure the build is working, to ensure the build is working as expected, to ensure build is working as expected, to ensure build is working as expected, to continue the further testing, to continue the further testing. Second point, repeat model first point or fine?
No, sir. It's fine, sir.
Right, okay.
Problem.
Second point. Whenever testing team does the smoke testing, whenever testing team does the smoke testing, whenever testing team does the smoke testing, testing team does the smoke testing, they always test with a positive data. They always test with a positive data. They always test with a positive data. Third point. Whenever testing team does the smoke testing, whenever testing team does the smoke testing, whenever testing team does the smoke testing, they always test the basic and critical features.
They always, sir. Next.
They always test the basic or critical features of an application. Okay. Next. Total 3 points over. Fourth one. Whenever customer gets the build in the UAT environment, whenever customer gets the build in the UAT environment, before he go for acceptance testing, before he go for acceptance testing, before he go for acceptance testing, come on, he also does quick smoke testing. He also does quick smoke testing. Next, last point. Whenever the software is released to the production environment, whenever the software is released to the production environment, whenever we release the software to the production environment, whenever we release the software to production environment, come on, put a comma. We do quick smoke testing. We do quick smoke testing. We do quick smoke testing. We do quick smoke testing to ensure the software is installed properly. To ensure software is installed properly. Okay, total how many points?
5 points, sir.
5.5.
Next heading, why we do smoke testing, or why we should do smoke testing. Heading, why we do or why we should do smoke testing. Point number 1, just to ensure the product or a build is testable. Just to ensure the product or a build is testable. Just to ensure the product or build is testable, we do smoke testing. Next, second point. We do smoke testing in the beginning itself. We do smoke testing in the beginning itself. We do smoke testing in the beginning itself. To catch the bugs in the basic features, to catch the bugs in the basic feature. We do smoke testing in the beginning itself to catch the bugs in the basic features so that we can send it to the development team. So that we can send it to the development team. So that we can send it to the development team. And development team will have a sufficient time, and development team will have a sufficient time to fix the bugs. Development team will have a sufficient time to fix the bugs. Fix the bug. Okay, 2 points over. Last point. Just to ensure the software is installed properly, just to ensure the software is installed properly, just to ensure the software is installed properly, okay, so total 3 points over, right? Next, very, very important interview question. They might ask, can you tell me what is the difference between smoke testing and sanity testing? This is a frequently asked interview question. While answering, some people, they'll use sanitary testing. See, sanitary is different. Okay, one fellow has used it and the customer was scolding me what kind of a testing he has done. You're saying sanitary testing, not sanitary. It's a sanity testing. Smoke testing and sanity testing both has a difference. Take down heading smoke testing and sanity testing, and then take down this diagram. Just a second. This one. Heading smoke testing versus sanity testing. Let me know once you complete it. Completed? Good to go?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So look at here. Smoke testing, you already know. What do you mean by smoke testing? We're going to verify the critical functionalities like login page or home page to make sure like basic features which are working fine before we go for a thorough testing. If it is pass, then we continue functional integration, system testing, all these things will take it forward. So initially, like when we are getting a builds, right? Build 1 or build 2, build 3. So like we are keep on adding the features and making the changes. Development is happening, and maybe we might be deleting some of the features or we might be modifying the features. So build is not at all stable. Application is not at all stable. So we do smoke testing. But once the application is stable, like say there are some 30 features we've already done a testing here, almost looks good. 30 features almost stable, and another 4 or 5 features still it is unstable. We are doing still development. So these are all almost stable, but remaining these features are unstable. But parallelly, we are trying to add some more features. So that time, what we do high level sanity testing. So this high level sanity testing, usually it will be done at the last stage. Whenever you get a build, we always do smoke testing. Remember, whenever you get a build, we always do smoke testing. Sanity testing will be done at the last. For example, so in a 15 days time, say developer has taken 4 days time, another 6 days is left out. So you do smoke testing, then remaining all type of testing at the last day before we say yes, like this is about to release. We spend 1 day time, or maybe 2 hours or 5 hours time to do high level sanity testing to ensure like all the defects which are fixed by the developer is working fine, and all the new features whatever it is added it's working fine. So we do sanity testing at the last. We do sanity testing at the last before like about to release. Usually in PhonePe, what happens is like whenever we are doing the testing in QA environment, we do the normal testing, and then it go to the pre-prod environment. There also does one round of smoke testing, and they do high-level sanity testing just to ensure all the features are working fine, and like all the new features and all the bug fixes are working fine. and then they release it to the production environment. By default, they do smoke testing in the QA environment, then they do normal testing, and then they'll push it to the pre-prod. In pre-prod, they do high-level sanity testing to ensure all the new features and bug fixes are working fine. It's a kind of a double verification. They do it. Okay. Now you ask me, what is the difference between smoke and sanity? If you ask me, both are same. But now these guys are divided. Many people will not agree. Both are not same. See, end of the day, we want to check the basic and critical features, it's working or not. But people have divided it and they've given a different meaning. So that's the reason even I have to teach in a different way. So smoke testing we always do in the beginning. Sanity testing we always do it at the last. Smoke testing can be automated. We can automate the smoke test cases. Once the application features are stable, we can start automate the features, and we can do smoke testing. It can be scripted. But sanity, unscripted, we cannot automate because the features will be keep on adding, or features are unstable, right? We'll be keep on testing it at the last to ensure things are working fine. And in smoke testing, all the important and basic features can be automated with high-level scenarios we write. But sanity testing, like we take very, very important features, like which are all added newly, and the bug fixes, we are going to verify it. This can be done manually. Okay, and the smoke testing, I can say it's a deep testing. Sanity, smoke testing, it's narrow and wide testing. Sanity testing, it's deep testing. Take down the notes. When we do sanity testing, you have taken the heading, diagram, smoke and sanity, that's fine. Now I'm giving an answer when we do sanity testing. Smoke, you already know when we do in the beginning itself. Sanity, for that I'm giving an answer now. When we do sanity testing. When we do sanity testing. Sanity testing will be always performed at the last. Sanity testing is always performed at the last. Sanity testing will be always performed at the last to make sure the new features, come a bug fixes, to make sure the new features come a bug fixes, to make sure the new features come a bug fixes, to make sure new features come bug fixes, new feature come bug fixes are working as expected before we release it to the production environment. Before we release it to the production environment. Before we release it to the production environment. It's a kind of a pre-prod testing before the deployment. It's a kind of a pre-prod testing. It's a kind of a pre-prod testing. It's a kind of a pre-prod testing before the deployment. Before the deployment. Done. Now let's make two columns. One is smoke testing left side, right side sanity testing. Difference I'll give. Make two columns, smoke testing left side, sanity testing right side. Now point number one in the smoke testing. Testing the basic or critical features of an application. Testing the basic or critical features of an application. Testing the basic or critical features of an application before we go for a thorough testing. 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 Before we go for thorough testing. It's also called as build verification testing. It is also called as build verification testing.
Sir, can you repeat last one? It's also called as
It's also called as build verification testing. Build verification testing. Okay, next. Point number 1 in the sanity. Sanity testing, it is performed at the final stage. Sanity testing, it is performed at the final stage. It's performed at the final stage. Here we check the new features. Here we check the new features. Here we check the new features. Bug fixes. Here we check the new features, bug fixes. Before we release the software to the production environment. Before we release the software to the production environment. Before we release the software to the production environment. Before we release the software to production environment. It's a kind of a pre-prod testing. It's a kind of a pre-prod testing. It's a kind of a pre-prod testing. We stop. Second point in the smoke. Smoke testing can be automated once the build is stable. Smoke testing can be automated Smoke testing can be automated once the build is stable. Sanity testing cannot be automated. It is done manually.
Sir, automated means like what, sir?
Automated means automation script ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅದನ್ನ Selenium use ಮಾಡಿ Selenium
Okay.
automation
Oh,
ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ.
okay.
Manual test ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ code ಬರೆದು we can automate. That is automated. Sanity testing cannot be automated. It is manually done. Because we don't know which features are stable, and like some of the bug fixes may not be stable. That's the reason we don't do automation for that. When we go for automation, once the build is stable, then only we do automation. Stable illa andre we cannot do automation. So manually we have to test all the features.
Okay.
Sanity testing cannot be automated. It's done manually. Next, smoke. Smoke, it's a shallow and wide testing. Smoke testing, it's a shallow and wide testing. It's a shallow and wide testing. Sanity testing, it's a narrow and a deep testing. It's a narrow and deep testing. It's a narrow and deep testing. Perfect. So this is all about smoke testing. Now let's move on to the ad hoc testing. Next important topic is ad hoc testing. Ad hoc testing. Heading, take down ad hoc testing. If you look at here, whenever I open any of the e-commerce application, I've written steps. I open the application, then log into the application, then I'll go and search the required product. Means whatever I want to purchase. I want to buy a t-shirt for my son, and then I select the required product from the PLP page, product listing page. Okay, I'll go here. I'll go step by step. First, I open the application. Means launch the browser, open the application, and by entering the URL, you will open it. Okay, let's say firstcry.com. Okay, so I opened. Then I'll go and search the product. Let's say t-shirt. Let's say a t-shirt for boys. Let's say 2 to 4 years old. Something went wrong. See, there are issues. Okay, see, this one only. It is going wrong. See this search. This is a bug, a live defect. This is only you need to check. 4 to it's loading something. Okay, see you this kind of a search criteria you need to check in the search bar whether it is working or not. This is also one functionality you need to verify. Okay, now let's say I want to buy this toy. Okay, so I searched and I got a list of toys. This is product listing page. This page we call it as PLP, product listing page. Okay, I got a product listing page, and then I navigate to PDP page. Means, okay, you select any one of the product from here. When you select, you are navigating to the new page, this product description page or product details page. About this product, you'll have all the details. Who are all purchased, all the description will be there. That is called product description page. And then you go and you select the quantity, color, and size and click on add to the cart. Okay, you can choose the quantity, how many you want, and then you can go and maybe choose the size, and there's a delivery address. Then you can add to the cart. Where is that option? Okay, maybe it's available or not available. Where is that option? COD is there.
Here down, sir.
Okay, sorry, here, right? Okay.
Add to cart. Yeah.
Quantity it is showing how many quantity you want, and then you can add to the cart. The moment you add to the cart, it go and sit in the cart. Okay, and then see here, add to the cart, and click on the cart feature and click on proceed to place an order. So same activity I have written here, all the steps. Okay, click on the cart and then click on proceed. Okay, log in to place an order. Assume that I've already logged in. So proceed to continue. So this is my pin code location. So proceed to continue. And then what happens? I'll have an option. Okay, so maybe it'll ask address details, and click on proceed to the payment, make a payment, and successfully order is placed. So this is a systematic way. Whatever I have written here, this is a systematic testing, and look at the color I have marked in the same way. But I don't want to log in first. I do in a different way. What I'll do, I have written in the red color. Look at here. Okay, see, whatever I have written in the red color, that's a flow, normal flow, which I have written. Okay, step 1, 2, 3, I had written here. And one more is there, step 1 to 3, then 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 6, then 7, 8. From here again, I'm going back to step 2. This line, whatever you see here. So whatever I have marked in the red color, that's a systematic way of doing a testing. But apart from the red color, another line you will see, right, that purple. So that is ad hoc testing. Means I will log in an ad hoc manner. I don't want to go back and use the application in a systematic way. What I'll do, first I'll open the application, I'll search the product, then I'll go and I'll see the list of products, and then I'll choose, okay, I'll click on any one of the product and navigate to the product description page. I'll add to the cart, then go to the cart feature and click on proceed to place. Then it will ask me to log in. This is indirect login, not direct login. I'll go to the indirect login, and then after login, I'll come to the address page. From there again, I'll click on proceed. And somehow I want to break the product. I'm trying in a different way, which is not there in the requirement. I want to break the product. I want to find a bug by testing in a creative way. Ad hoc testing means a negative testing. Ad hoc testing means it's a kind of a monkey testing or gorilla testing, jumping like a monkey from one feature to another feature. I want to break the product. I want to see where the bug is. Instead of going in a systematic way, I will go in a random way and try to find a bug in the software. That is called ad hoc testing. That is called ad hoc testing. Take down answer. Ad hoc testing, it is also called as monkey testing or gorilla testing. Ad hoc testing is also called as monkey testing or gorilla testing. Ad hoc testing is also called as monkey testing or gorilla testing. Next, full stop, continue. Testing the application randomly. Testing the application randomly without referring any requirements. Testing the application randomly without referring any requirements. Testing the application randomly without referring any requirements is called ad hoc testing.
So can you repeat?
Testing the application randomly without referring any requirements or following any requirements. Testing the application randomly without following or referring any requirements is called ad hoc testing. testing the application randomly without following any requirements or referring any requirements is called ad hoc testing. Okay, I'll stop the recording. Remaining will continue tomorrow. Time up.